I've automated the panning so that it goes from right to left. So by putting this one thing over here, you can create multiple kinds of variations. Hello everybody and welcome to another YouTube video. I've started this series of making a song so that you will also get to see the process that is involved in making a song. The part 1 and 2 of this series is already out in my YouTube channel. So this is going to be a part 3 of this series. We are almost done with the arrangement for this song. We have an intro, a hook in between and the ending. I'll show you the layers that I've added, and apart from that I will also give you 5 important Logic Pro tips that will not only help you to speed up your editing process, but will also give you a lot of ideas to create new songs or create new melodies. So without any delay, let's get started. This is how the project is looking like now. And as you can see, there are a couple of more layers that are added, and I'll explain whatever I've added so that you will also have an idea and you can also follow along with me. This is how the intro now sounds like. Before this was how the beginning was. Yes, what I did was I again took the guitar and I played this. So basically I was plucking 2 strings and this is how it sounds like. And then what I did was I panned it to the left and to the right so that it will sound more fuller. This along with the previous piano chord sounds like this. That was what I added because just with the chords it does sound good, but I felt like something was missing over there, so I thought of adding guitar, and then I was pretty happy with how it came out. If you want to drag an audio sample into your project, instead of directly taking and putting it in your project and then cutting and pasting the areas whatever you want and then dragging it, what you can do is drag this audio sample over to this part of the project and then go over and click one of the sampler of your choice. I usually go with the first one. So once you click that, Logic will automatically slice the audio up into a lot of pieces and you can play each of these individually. For example, let me open the musical typing by pressing Command K. Now, so that audio sample has been sliced up and I can play all these notes individually in my MIDI keyboard. In addition, I can either add notes or subtract notes too when I just double click them. If I just want to record, all I need to do is press record and play the notes. I can do a lot of things just like how a normal MIDI recording would sound like. I can just elongate the note, I can, shrink the notes, I can change velocities. Basically, I have a lot of flexibility with these kind of recordings. And then I added a bass. Okay, they are just the root notes and they just go along like that. And one more thing that I added is this infinite drone, which sounds like this. So you can hear that atmosphere kind of sound, right? So generally in any kind of song that you do, if you feel like something is missing a little bit and if you think it's not instruments or it's not voice, then probably what you need to think about is the ambience. Always fill your songs with ambience. So it can be pads or it can be drones, anything, but just a mild ambience in the key signature obviously of the song. If you add that, give proper reverb to it and proper cutting of frequencies and having frequencies that you need, doing that will fill the song. And a couple of things that I did where I added a chroma verb. The dry is high and the wet is up till 48-50%, and definitely when you add reverb, a lot of unwanted sounds also get caught up in the reverb and it naturally fills the headroom also, right? We've spoken about this in a lot of videos as well. So whenever you add reverb, make sure you also add an EQ in order to cut the frequencies that you don't want to be reverbed, okay? Here I've added a low cut filter and I've reduced some of the frequencies in the mid range as well. And with this, together with the instrument, sounds like this. When you record vocals and all, sometimes when you go for 2-3 takes, all those takes just overlap over each other, and that creates a different kind of a stack kind of a look. For example, when I record something over here, ooh, ooh. And when I finish recording, can you see these two layers over here? So this is how Logic by default it records like this. And if I need something from this, I just trim it like this or like that and then do a lot of things, and it looks a lot complicated, right? So if you want all those individual takes in a separate audio track, this is how you can do it. Just go on top and you can see this record, right? You click that and then you come down to overlapping audio recordings. Now since we had the cycle region on, you go to cycle on and put create tracks and mute. Once you click it, how many ever recordings you keep doing, all those will be placed in a separate track while the others get muted, okay? I do the same thing again and show you how it will look like. Ooh, ooh. Okay, so as you can see, now it is not recorded in the same audio track. It has two recordings in two separate audio tracks, and the second time it recorded, it automatically muted the before recording. Now if you want to handle these two recordings separately, it may not be possible when you just use these two tracks. For example, look at this. When I move this volume button, that volume button also moves, and the panning also moves. In order to have a control over each of these audios individually, what you need to do is create two separate tracks. So you just create two and then just drag and drop them over here. Now you have separate control. This is a portion where the singing starts, and here I just cut 2 layers of the piano and just kept one along with the backing guitar. Actually, we can reduce that even more. If you have a melody in your mind and you're able to hum it, but maybe you are not the best piano player and you are not able to figure out that melody or put it down in the piano, you can do it easily by just recording that melody by singing. So you can just sing the melody and change them to MIDI notes and then rectify it after that. So let's say we have a melody like this. Ta-na-na, na-na, ta-na-na-na-na. Now what you need to do is open up the editor window and click the flex pitch and turn on flex. Now go over and select flex pitch, and you are supposed to get a lot of MIDI notes over this audio region in this tab. If you don't, then just change your tabs until you get it. Once you get this, go over to edit, come down to create MIDI tracks from flex pitch data. Click it. Now you can mute this audio, solo this new track and listen to it. So it is not perfect in pitch because I was not singing perfectly, but it will sort of give you the notes that are really close to it. And you can go ahead, change some notes, move it here and there, and then figure things out from here. Instead of not knowing where this melody even stands out in the keyboard, this is a progress and this will help you to reach your melody faster. Another change that I did was in the chorus. Without this, and I needed some rhythmic material over there. So what I did was I strummed the guitar chords over here and panned it to the left and the right. So this is how it sounds now. So I wanted to give it more dimension, and I wanted to include this guitar in a stronger way in the chorus as well, because that is where the vocals also builds up prominently, right? The overall instrument must also give that energy, that strong feeling, and that is the reason why I added guitars over here. Now we already have an instrument over here, so this is what it sounds like. But say I want something cool with it. I just don't want this monotonous sound over here. What I can do is click this track, go over to MIDI FX and choose arpeggiator. Now when I click G in the musical typing, okay, so it gives you that, and you can basically do a lot of things, like you can change it to, it can be that fast to really slow. And it'll help a lot in chords as well. You can even keep grids. You can, shorten the length, shorten the width of it, and so by putting this one thing over here, you can create multiple kinds of variations to your melody and bring in a lot of life to your track. The ending again, I kept the guitar over here, although I removed the bass, and this is how it sounds. So let's say you want to automate the volume over here. So I just click it and I want the volume to, go down or go up or something like that. Let me just automate and show you. So I'm putting one over here, and I'm bringing it down. So now it'll sound like this. Now, if I want to have a more human touch to it, what I can do is click T and choose this automation curve tool, or you can just hit W. And then you can move it around like this or like that. And let's see how this sounds like. Or you can just change formats to see which one you like. Okay. So automation curve tool helps you a lot to, make those transitions smooth and all those swells to sound perfect. And a couple of more things that I've done here are definitely automation. So let me show you a couple of automations that I've done in the ending of this song. Okay, so you can see there are a couple of automations over here. So what I've done is I've automated the send chroma verb. So definitely I wanted the reverb to sustain a little bit longer and then end together, okay, instead of abruptly ending. So once I added reverb, this is how it sounds like. The reverb is prolonged for some more time, okay? Otherwise, it sounded very abrupt, so that is the reason why I added some automation over there. Similarly, over here, this riser practically starts from the right. It travels through your earphones to the left. So that's how I wanted it to be. So I've automated the panning so that it goes from right to left, so that there's more movement to the track and you can feel the movement of the music going around the song as well. So these are the couple of changes that I've done to the song. For the next week, I'll be hopefully getting the vocals from the singer, and then we'll begin to put that into the mix and we'll start mixing the song. Let's see where it goes. I'm glad this is helpful for a lot of people. Thank you that all of y'all are seeing this and you're texting me, you're giving me feedbacks, and you're letting me know whether you like it, whether you found it useful, and it really motivates me to do more videos like this. I hope all the tips that I told you were helpful, and do try them out. Do try them out when you create a song or when you create a melody, and I'm sure you can come up with much beautiful ideas when you use all these tips. Let's wait till the next week and let's see where the song is gonna head towards. But I hope this was useful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video.